Hey, what's up you guys, it's Zennia's World and I'm back again with another video. Before we get right into the video, you already know the daily outcome. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I'm just happy that you're here. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Do whatever you want. I'm just happy that you're here and I'm thankful. Now, let's get into the video. I'm trying to have a positive mood because today is, guess what today is? It is Tuesday. That should give you a hint on what today is. It is 02/22/2022. Today I was about to I was gonna wake up, I was gonna work out, I was gonna show you guys me working out, me doing my tarot cards, me doing all of this shit on a spiritual day and just like a day in my life. I got off, Sunday, I got off at 11:15, okay? Got home about midnight, went to sleep, woke up the next day at 8 o'clock, okay? And I just been feeling so weird because on Sunday, I decided to wake up dead out of my sleep and go to the fucking gym. The gym was 5 minutes away from my house, and I decided that I was going to be 5 minutes away is 5 minutes away, the fuck, right? So then I ate 2 raspberries and got me a water bottle. I started walking my ass to that gym. I was like, whoa, when you're not in the car, shit look easy. Shit look easy when you in a car. It's damn, this is fast. I started walking my own feet. I gotta start hiking up. It feels like I'm walking up a mountain because my calves are hurting. It feels like pain. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm sitting here, my social anxiety already on 20 because I hate walking next to cars because that's my fear anxiety. But then I'm doing it. So I'm walking and I get to the gym. I start going on the treadmill. And then after I get on the treadmill, I go on the little walker, the little climber thing. I start getting dizzy as fuck, okay? And then I decide I'm gonna go weigh myself. Mind you, my auntie came 2 weeks ago and she was cooking all of this delicious food. And I was like, no, I'm on my diet, girl. I'm on my diet, girl. And then my mom was like, eat that fucking food. She ain't come out of town just to cook and you gonna say you won't die. So I was like, yes, master, yes. And I started eating the food. But then another vulnerable thing, but I'm gonna try to be funny because it's too early to be crying shit. I really heavily have a eating disorder, and it's not the eating disorder like anorexia or when I'm starving myself. It's the one where you just can't stop eating, and if you don't stop eating, you'll keep going and going and going and going. So then I knew that if I were to stop my diet, I was going to eat this. I wasn't just going to eat it. I was going to keep going and going and going and going. And then it led to me eating 1 plate, to me eating multiple plates, and then to me going to work and then eating at the mall. And then I just really want a healthy relationship with food. But then when I was at the gym on Sunday, I stepped on that thing and it said, bitch, I gained 6 pounds. So let's just say I was sitting at the gym dehydrated. I left the gym, got ready for work, went to work till 11:15 at night, super tired, drowsy, headache, irritated, woke up on Monday, headache, drowsy, feeling like I need to puke. And now we're here today and I'm basically have no sleep. But then the itinerary today is very, very, very long, okay? So we're gonna wake up, I'm gonna brush my teeth, wash my ass, and then I'm going to go in my room, pack my stuff for school, pack my stuff for work, and do my tarot cards. I'm gonna go to school, and then after I go to school, I'm going to go to the library. I'm gonna manifest. I'm going to do shadow work, all of that stuff. And then after I do that at the library, at 11, I have driving school. So since I have driving school at 11, I get off like 11, 12, 1:30-ish. I have to go to work. And then after work, it's 10 o'clock and I'm off. Okay, so that's the schedule for today. Super gloomy outside, but now I'm on my way to school. And well, I'm already at school, and I'm about to go up in this class, and it's gonna be an hour. And sorry, I keep saying and because I'm over here now rushing because I barely got to eat breakfast, but that's okay.
So you probably would have thought of some of the alternate ideas.
Okay, so I just made it to the library, and I'm being really, really fucking quiet because I do not want to disturb anybody's studies. But right now I am chugging down a Celsius in a water bottle because I opened the can too early because I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm drinking on my water. I have my max down because I am double fucking max. Don't play me, bitch. But I still care about other people. But right now I just need to talk. I'll explain furthermore on what's happening today and what I'm about to do, but right now I'm going to manifest and do shadow work. I was not able to do my tarot cards at home, so I am going to do my tarot cards here. That's why I am in a corner, because I will literally be fucking heartbroken if somebody see me doing this shit. I'm just fine. But yeah, those are what the next two clips are gonna be. Okay, so I'm out of class and I'm out of the library. Sorry for talking so low. I'll put up like what my tarot cards mean. But since today is 2-2, 2-2 is heavily mixed in with you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Find harmony, because there's something that's out of harmony. You just need to find some kind of balance, and it's connected to soulmates. So if you see 2-2, you are probably going to meet your soulmate, or you know what I mean. And I've been seeing 2-2 for the last couple months, and even now, because my career has been changing. I have been swapping jobs, so when I seen it, it was kind of like, just find harmony. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Find harmony. And me seeing 2-2 more, I'll put up my tarot cards that I just did. It's just telling me that what I am doing exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I need to stop questioning myself. I just need to find harmony in my life, and just saying like, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Stop questioning yourself. Find harmony, because whatever you're working towards is going to happen, right? And I just want to say this before I go to my driving school, is that God in the universe, because I simply like to say God because I think the universe is some kind of God, or just like the God of everything, is that everything is happening because it's supposed to. And I'm just showing gratitude because there is some negative aspects of my life right now that I could be like worrying about, but I'm not. And that's why, again, I'm seeing 2-2, finding harmony, because I remember crying the other day and just like being like, why the fuck do I have to work? Why is life so hard? And it's like, right now is simply happening because of what is supposed to come. I know one day that my businesses that I'm gonna own is just gonna take off, that I'm gonna be seen, I'm gonna be heard, but right now I'm showing gratitude to what I have. You know, everything that I'm doing right now is going to pay off, period. And I know that. And I simply know that right now, even though I think it's hard of going to work and doing all of these things, I just know that this is going to pay off. I know that God has a plan for me, and this is God's plan of what I am supposed to be doing and all of that. So I'm really just finding harmony in what is going on in my life right now. And this is me finding harmony and finding happiness and gratitude of all of those things. But yeah, with that being said, and maybe play a clip because this song has been stuck in my head of Kanye's. Somebody's passing by. But yeah, of Kanye's. So let's listen to that. And the next time I'll see you is when I'm at work.
Light beam, when you're on the ultralight beam, this is a God dream.
Okay, so I'm on my first break because it's a 2-hour lesson. I got me some granola bars. I'll talk to you when I'm at work. So I went to driving class, and driving class obviously was fun. It was okay. For a second I felt like really down because my first drive, she was like, oh, he was like, you get a 54 because you know a lot, and by the next one, if you practice, then you'll have 80% by drive 2. So I'm over here, I'm feeling all big-headed. I'm like, by drive 2 I'll have 80%, and I'll basically just have to do my driving test on my third one, and third one would just be like practice. But then I have went to a different instructor, and obviously different instructors are different. So then I got a 65%, which isn't bad, but it's just like you're supposed to have an 80% by your third drive. So like that just like, it got me down for a second, but then I just had to think like, the reason why my anxiety is like really bad is because I focus on the worst outcome of everything, and I just think horrible. And the first thing, like the thought my brain went to was, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I'm just gonna fail, like no matter what, like I'm just gonna fail. But in reality, I'm a new driver. Like the only times I've ever driven was when my mom with anxiety taking me. I don't know a lot, but I will practice for the next week, and I will be able to make everything, like all the notes that she put me down with, no matter what. So I will be over 80%, period. Or I'll be at 75%, or no, I'll be at 80%. I'll be at 95%. Fuck that. I'm not gonna allow that to get me down. Okay, so I now just got done eating with lunch. It's a lot of shit in the break room because people are in here. But I lied. Queen Elizabeth actually did not die. My mom low-key lied to me, but it's okay. It's okay. She sent me a fucking, I shouldn't even have believed it because it was on fucking World Star. Or what is that Justin guy do? Yeah, no one cares. But I have another thing I want to talk about because I feel like that this vlog is not going to be that long. I at least want it to be 20 minutes because I do a lot of shit in my day. So it's kind of weird being like, oh, small clips, because I have really bad anxiety. So me recording in public is not a factor, even though this is public. It's just that, look at, I got my arms up. People can't really see. And if they do see, the fuck are you asking me for? Right? But sorry for the cussing. Let me stop cussing. Okay, but something else that I want to talk about my codependency update, all of that. Learning how to have healthy friendships and relationships was that I have a friend, and usually when I have friendships, I'm very passive. I'm very codependent, but very avoidant, where I will codepend on them, but then will drop them as fast as I can, no matter what. And I feel like me and my friend have been really having, she's my only friend, but I have people who love me, so her being a friend, just like family. It's just that we have been really having really bad communication problems, and a lot of things have been hurting me lately. And when we talk about the hurt and where the communication problems are and things that we don't like, or I'm telling her about things that I didn't like that she did, and she's telling me, you know, I understand, but then also following through on them just made me very unclear on my feelings about the friendship, and even if I wanted to continue it, period. But then every time we talked about it, like, I just came to the conclusion that the boundary I wanted to set was, hey, can you just communicate with me? Like, we went from being friends and talking every single day to now, like, only contacting each other like once or twice a day. No, not even once or twice a day. Once a week. I once or twice a day. Once a week. Or she would only call me when she wanted to, or we would only hang out when she wanted to. And that really just hurt me. But the conclusion I came down to, and the boundary I wanted to set, was just communicate with me. You know, talk to me every day. Let's hang out. Let's do stuff. Like, you're my friend. And I came to the realization that that was not okay. I should never ask from somebody, hey, talk to me every single day now. Because eventually, at the end of the day, she's a grown-ass woman and she owes me nothing. And with me saying this, it means that I came to a really, really big realization, because a year ago I would have said, oh yeah, we're not friends because she didn't hang out with me, or we don't hang out 24/7. And I feel like these abandonment issues where she doesn't owe me anything. No one owes me communication. No one owes me boundaries. No one owes me anything. But then I also don't owe her anything. I don't owe her a friendship. I don't owe her all of these things. And just realizing this has made me realize so much that she doesn't owe me to talk to me every day or to communicate with me constantly. But what she does owe to me is at least communication. You know, the communication where she's like, hey, this and that. Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Or, hey, this. You know, that's the kind of communication, not me telling her, talk to me every day or I feel a type of way. Because that's not okay. I should not ask that from anybody, period.
I unlocked it.
But yeah, just learning that about friendships and learning that let things be. Things are going to happen, right? Life happens. Us talking not to each other like not talking for like weeks is not okay in my eyes, only because I feel like, don't contact me until you want something done. With a very emotional, distressive first part of 2021, I knew that I needed to empower myself and become a better person and go to therapy and talk about all the feelings that I had and what was wrong with me, right? So when I started going to therapy, I honestly think that this was God's timing, because, or universe, God's timing, when I called my insurance card and we were doing all of this, and I was like, I need to get in therapy, and they sent me to this app, and the app was just so fucking weird. I just gave up. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to find a therapist. And then my mom was like, oh, you could come through this company, and I already go there every single day, and you could just come with me. Well, not with me, but you could just come and sign up for therapy. And there was a new therapist. He was a black guy, and I was like, his name was Joe. It doesn't matter. But then I remember going in for my first session. I had to do it off the phone, and I just felt like very put off by him. But then I was like, I'm gonna go to one more session. And then I continuously started going to sessions, and I feel like that's when I started to get the most motivation to become a better person, was when I met him. Because he was the first person that has ever like made me feel heard in my feelings and like my pain. And I honestly thank him so much, because like he was low-key like a father figure to me. And I honestly am so thankful that I met him, because again, God's plan. I met this man at the right time, and in the most time where I felt like unworthy, like I had no one who loved me. A man, like a father figure, came in as my therapist, and he helped me so much. Again, God's fucking plan. Sorry, I don't want to cry. And then in October, he had a really bad a family emergency where he had to go. he had to go like back home. They were like, he will be back in a week or two. So I was out of therapy for a week or two, and I felt like very distraught because for a while there I was starting to become very codependent on him and feeling like he was like my everything, like he helped me through everything. Then I got a new therapist, and even though I do care about her and I do like her a lot, you know, I just don't think it's good for my mental health right now, especially since like I feels like I'm just going to therapy to trigger myself. Like I just walk into therapy, I already know what I'm coming in here for. I'm just gonna basically re-trigger myself with nothing else. Like she's good, but it's like I go to her, I talk to her, and I'm just like, hey, this and this is wrong with me. And she's like, oh, have you tried fighting those thoughts? Well, tell me about it. And it's just like, it's kind of like talking to a friend. And I don't need a friend to help me in therapy. And it's kind of like I'm going to her every single week. Like I go to her once a week and I'm like, hey, like I just figured this out about myself. And she's like, oh, that was a really good realization. Now, how do you feel about that? It wasn't like, let me tell you, what you're going through sounds like very codependency. It's like I'm telling her stuff and she's not giving it to me. The most that I got out of therapy sessions was just worksheets, and I'm thankful for those worksheets because they have helped me. But I just feel like right now, since I've been getting my mind together and I've been feeling better, it's time to go deeper, and I don't need a therapist that's just like so surface level, right? Because Joe, he was just like so upfront, like, let's talk about it, and I'm gonna tell you the realest shit, and you're going to either take this information or not, even if it hurts. But yeah, and I just do feel like God put Joe in my life for a reason, and at like the most amazing time, because I'm so appreciative of him. I hope his family's doing good though, because you know. But then also a tarot reader told me when I went in January to a tarot reader, she told me that I was going to need to reevaluate my situation with a therapist or a psychiatrist. And she was like, oh, do you go to a psychiatrist? Or I'm like, no, I don't go to a psychiatrist, I go to a therapist. And she's like, well, you need to start reevaluating that, because she was like, wait, don't leave her, but just stay and see if it's helping you, because if it's not, you need to go find another. So obviously I'm back home because you can hear my loudest fan in the back, because I'm saying I got dinner, because if I showed you in the beginning, the only thing I ate this morning was like 3 pieces of bacon and a half of an egg, and then I ate that, a protein bar, 2 granola bars, a peach jabani, and then I ate a lunch, but that lunch was like only rice and chicken and vegetables. So then I just came home and I was like deciding that I'm not going to sit there and malnourish my body in the movement of body positivity, because no. But like I was saying, I'm just thankful that everybody's watching, and I got a comment the other day. Hey, I ain't never been mad, but thank you, I appreciate it. And I do need to respond to the comment, but I do acknowledge it, and I'm thankful for it. Like I said, today has been a very eventful day. There was times in the day where we could have gave up. We could have said, fuck this day, fuck my feelings and all that, and let it go. But another thing I want to talk about, because I'm, I'm going to make this fucking vlog 40 minutes, because I don't care. Well, I do care, because I care about your guys' mind. I care about you guys and your mindset and how you guys are feeling inside, so I make these videos longer. But like I was saying, another thing on my update on my healing journey. So hold on, something in my mouth. So I've been telling myself that I'm not going to date for an entire year. Obviously, we're only 2 months in the year. But the first 2 months are usually very hard for me because I have really bad seasonal depression around the holidays. So once the holidays leave, it's kind of like up and ready, very impulsive. But then now that I'm working on myself and I'm not trying to go find love and I'm validating myself, I'm like, I don't need that. But then at the same time, again, I love using the word reevaluating. So that's why I keep on saying reevaluating, or what's the other word I'll remember it later. But since I've been looking at my relationship with love and sex and all of that kind of stuff, TMI, 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 I've been looking at it and I've just been being like, I don't dream of casual sex anymore. And I don't feel the need to ever in my life participate in it again, period. When I think about sex again, I think of my intrusive thoughts, right? Because a lot of the times when I talk about sex on this channel, last time I talked about it was that I started to still have sex with somebody I knew I should not be giving my body to, who violated me. And I never knew why until I recently started challenging my intrusive thoughts. And I was like, why do I feel like if this person comes around, I have to have sex with them, or I have to give them a piece of me to feel validated? And it was because I thought if I did not give my body to him, or if I did not feel like giving my body to somebody, then I was never going to have sex with anyone. Or that if I didn't make people bring the necessary needs, like the bare minimum to a relationship, then I wouldn't have sex again. But then I just thinking about it, I'm just like, I will find somebody, right? And another TMI, I will find somebody who does the job, okay? And I'll find somebody that even if they can't do the job, they'll try. They'll open their mind. They'll be like, let me help you. I'll do everything to help you, satisfy you sexually, and just all that kind of stuff. But then also on top of that, a lot of people who I found unattractive are looking really sexy. And I've been saying that I wanted to be single for this year. First off, I have been single my whole life, but without looking for validation and loving myself, July. I have not been celibate since December. And even in December, even in the time from July to now, that sex just was not meaningful, and it wasn't happy. It didn't fulfill me, and I just don't ever want to be in that kind of situation where I just don't have any fulfillment sexually, mentally, physically, right? But that's all I gotta say, because I know I've been telling you guys a lot of information and saying a lot of TMI, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.